Welcome to Sporty.age YouTube channel. Today we have a very special guest, the Muza FC coach, Coach Lameck Banda, is with us, and we're discussing the form of Muza and how they have risen to be where they are right now. So, Coach, you're welcome, and thank you for having me.
So much for having me today.
Okay, Coach. Now, Coach, Muza has been doing so well. Firstly, I'll just go all out guns blazing. What's the secret behind the success right now?
I think first and foremost, it's the organization. Yeah, the organization, the teamwork, the belief, the determination, the mentality, yeah, and the love for one another is what has seen us through with this performance.
Okay, so it's actually great performances because you've been posting good results, and you're up there in the top 3, top 4 of the log. So, like, what do you want to get out of this season immediately? Like, what's the target?
I think initially our target was to play the upto, of which we managed to qualify. So we'll be able to play the upto cup. That was our short-term target. We achieved it. Now our attention shifts now to the league. We know it's not an easy thing to do, but I believe it's possible. It's something that we can try to look at as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, there's been a cry out there, like, yeah, there's been a cry, like, mostly, like, there's no new wave of coaches. Like, most people have been saying, like, how come Zambian teams have always been using the same coaches over and over again? Do you feel that the new age of coaches, like, mostly are not taking up that space, or it's just an issue where we have been delaying so long to bring in a new wave of coaches?
First thing, the senior coaches that we cannot rule them out. They are experienced. They have the knowledge. It's just the same as you cannot have elders. So our senior coaches are doing fine. They've done fine in the past. Even now, there's a good number of them who are doing fine. So we cannot say they are outdated or something, but new coaches, the upcoming coaches, are willing and are hungry for success. That's what I can say for now, because if you have seen, it's not only about getting into coaching, find a team and start coaching. No, it's about first and foremost the interest, and then the passion. The passion, you add up the knowledge. You start seeking for knowledge. How can I get what I want in this game? How can I become a better coach? It's all about researching. So the new wave of coaches, I think, is about researching, finding new ways of playing the game. Yes, the game does not change much, but there are certain things that
This podcast has been brought to you with the compliments of 1xBet. Get to use promo code YOSSE, YOSSE, and get yourself a 300% bonus on your first deposit. Remember to hit the subscribe button, like and share this video with your friends. You want to join 1xBet and be on the winner's side and enjoy your 300% bonus? It's in the link in the description box below. Thank you very much, and we're back with the podcast with Coach Lameck Banda. Thank you.
that help to get results. That's why you hear of the terms like modern coaches, modern tactics. So those modern things, you can only get them if you are able to research. If you cannot research, you are going to rely on those old tactics. old tactics that won't get you results, but because the game is changing.
Yeah.
For me, I cannot coach the way I was coached.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I need to find a way better than the way I was coached. Because not every coach added value to my football career. So all those things that did not make sense when I was playing football, I discussed them, pick those that made sense, add a few other new things, and here we are. That's how we were able to get results. So the modern coaches are able to research, are willing to learn, and are applying the new trends in the field.
Okay, so going back, like to as you said, to research and applying yourself, do you think like the knowledge out there, it's wide and vast? Yes, it's there. The knowledge is there for everyone to get. But do you think the main challenge that most, like I would say, modern coaches have come up is the fact that then the willingness to learn. Yes, those that are willing to learn have shown the results. But is this not the same issue that has brought up the huge gap between the old, I would say, old coaches and modern coaches, the gap being too wide because there are not a lot of new age modern coaches trying to get up to close that gap.
You see, some time back, when one wants or one decides to become a coach, it was the transition was from a player direct to a coach. Or sometimes you would see people being appointed as coach players.
Yes, yes.
There was no room, there was no time for the person to go through the process of education where he learns the basics of the game or the basics in terms of coaching. People would just transition from a player direct to a coach. And that's how most of the old coaches became started coaching.
No.
Yes, it works, but you need to go through the process.
Okay. Okay.
You stop playing, you start seeking for education. You go for education. You go and learn how you're going to go about your coaching journey. Direct from playing to coaching, yes, somehow it does work, but the person won't be fully back because he will show some deficiencies one way or the other in the coaching journey.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I see. I understand. So, talking about philosophy behind, like, talking about education. So, is it like a prerequisite? Like, you should have like a philosophy? Is just the football knowledge enough, or there is so much more around the coaching issue?
Football knowledge is not enough. Football knowledge is not enough. Yes, you need to have as much knowledge as possible as a coach, but you need also to add some other things like leadership. You add things like leadership. You must be a leader as a coach. Lead by example, so that whatever you say will be taken serious by the players. Because most of the times, what coaches say, players take it as gospel truth. So we must be able to show leadership in everything that we do.
Okay.
Leadership both on and off the pitch. That is when I'm at the pitch, I show leadership to the players. Even when I'm outside at my home, even when I'm socializing, I must show leadership. I must show a good example. Then we will be able to inspire players and be able to command respect from them. So football knowledge without leadership, again, it falls short.
Okay.
Yes.
I understand that. Now, coming back to the form Muza has, many people would say it's a seasonal wonder or luck. But is there a sort of philosophy behind the performances?
Yeah,
Like is it a 5 year, 10 years, something that would see consistently, or it would be a 2 year thing, then going back to National League?
no, for Muza, there's a 10-year program.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 10-year program because within the 10 years, Muza has to play Champions League.
Okay.
Yeah, Muza has to play Champions League. But thank God that within the same 10 years, Muza has played the Super League twice.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the second time Muza is playing Super League football. Now, after stabilizing, the next challenge or the next target is now to play Champions League, and it starts with grooming the right players.
Okay.
Grooming the right players, inculcating the right philosophy, what we want to see in them 3, 4, 5 years from today. Because nothing happens for nothing. It must be deliberate. You plan deliberately to say, okay, in the next 5 years, this is what we want to see. And we go by the plan. Whatever we do is aligned to that plan that we have. It points to that plan. So Muza has a 10-year program. Within these 10 years, from between 2018 and 2028, Muza has to play Champions League.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so...
Now here's the thing, Coach. Currently Muza is in the top 4, if I'm not mistaken. And if we go back like 2 years ago, if you were to finish in the top 4, you are guaranteed continental position. But now you have to be number 1 or number 2. How much of an impact does that put on the 10-year program of succeeding to play Champions League football or continental football?
Yeah, it puts pressure on us looking at the 10-year program that is there. Yes, it was easy. It was easy if we had. It was going to be easy if we had those 4 slots, because once you finish in top 4, you qualify for continental football. But now the slots have been reduced. It's only 2. But again, it's possible. It's possible to play even with those 2 slots. What is important is to put in place the right measures.
Okay.
To put in place the right measures, build a team that will be able to handle pressure from the start to the finish of the league.
So like from the start to the league, you see, we've had teams like Zesco United who won the league, into first league in 2007, and now they've gone to win it 9 times. They've won it like 9 times in 16 years. Is it almost a similar approach with what Muza wants to get out of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, okay, no, I get to understand that, because one thing about Zambian football, the planning consistency is usually drawn back, but good to see that Muza have something written down and they want to achieve it. Now, coming to you, Coach, what are your personal ambitions? Like, do you ever wish, like, one day maybe you coach the national team, or you go to coach in the outside Zambia or anything like that?
Fortunate enough for me, I don't know what I can say, but the grace has been sufficient, because most of the times whatever my eyes on, it usually comes to pass.
No, okay.
Yes, so coaching the national team, yes, it's one of my ambitions, and I believe one day I will be able to coach the national team and also make an impact, not just coaching the national team for the sake of, but make an impact, not only here in Zambia, but the world at large, because I know that what is inside of me is greater, and a lot will be able to benefit from it, because like any other person in the world, we all have room to improve, we all have a chance to succeed. So writing ourselves off, looking down on ourselves is something that does not cross my mind, because I believe that because I have this life, I have passion for football, I'm in this coaching business, I must be the best that I can be. And that I believe is going to happen.
Okay. No, that's great, Coach. Actually, you put it so well, and really, really great that in the way that you put it, Coach. Just last one, Coach. Do you, like under a minute, do you believe that there's juju works in football?
Pardon?
Do you believe that juju works in football?
I played Super League for football for more than 18 years.
Yeah.
So, never at any point in time did I ever use juju or something. I played consistently, and there was no time that somebody would call, Lameck is finished. No, I was consistent.
Okay.
I was consistent. Sadly, or I don't know the right way that I can put, but the fact that I never played for the national team does not mean that I didn't do my best. I did my best. It was only that I wasn't picked for the national team. I was called once, but I never played for the national team. But I did my best for Lusaka Dynamos. I scored goals for Lusaka Dynamos, scored goals for Nakambara Leopards, Chiparamba Great Eagles. I won medals in Europe. So, without involving juju, if I can do all those things, I believe that even in coaching I can do that. So football, juju is just something that is something to do with psychology. No. People bring those issues to destabilize the mindset of others. So the weaker ones fall for those traps. But for me, I met players who claimed to be using juju, but they never had any impact. Okay. I played with them, beaten them, challenged them. So I would say juju does not work and should never have room in football.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No, it's been a pleasure having you, Coach, and I really thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay, Coach.
All right.
Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.